Persepolis 2007 is a 2D animation film, adapted from the original graphic novel in the form of a memoir. Its art style is strong and easy to recognize. The use of color is restrained. We only see Margie's coat in red in that one scene of present reality at the airport. This scene is divided into 4 parts, interspersed throughout the film. It appears at the beginning and the end to bring the timeline back to the present, serving as a transition that separates the story before and after her time in Austria. Other than that, the rest of the whole film is done in black and white. The minimalism of color greatly increases the possibility of graphic shapes and brings strong contrast to the picture. The film's depiction of war and protest are often in silhouette. This visual style carries a sense of impact, efficiently intense the abstraction and symbolism. It simplifies visual details, avoiding unnecessary individual specifics and making the crowd appear more universal. When Margie comes back to Iran, her father said the result of the Iran-Iraqi war. When he was speaking, there was the looping public saying show how absurd it was for soldiers to run to the front, knocking down, being knocked down. In the face of history, these people are nameless. Even more powerless and absurd is the fact that their sacrifice do not even make a difference. This scene takes place after Margie has grown up, reflecting her understanding on the war as an adult. While the public performance also appeared earlier in the film during the childhood section, however, it served a different purpose, showing political and history from the child's perspective. The visuals are more vibrant, incorporating elements of fancy and fantasy, and the puppet's actions are more exaggerated and playful. The film is in black and white, which echoes the requirement for Iranian women to wear headscarves and black robes. In some scenes, their figures are often simplified to the point where they no longer need to maintain human form. For example, in this clip, these 2 women are represented only as smooth curves filled with black, scratching, compressing, and deforming. In this median shot, most of the frame become a solid mass of black, to the point where Margie's face and body become negative shapes, being grabbed by 2 floating hands. Persepolis is the true story of the author, documents a woman's growth and education and the influence she received from some of her female elders in her family, her mother and grandmother, making it naturally feminist. After seeing the protagonist's critical thinking ability, courage to resist, and fighting spirits displayed from a young age, I was initially paused by the storyline where she is heartbroken over a failed relationship. She has witnessed life and death, experienced and understood the oppression brought by war and political systems, suffering I consider far more profound. Yet she collapsed so deeply in a foreign land due to her boyfriend cheating on her. As herself put it,
I had even survived the war, but it was a trivial love affair that almost did me in.
Then I began to question myself. First, it is her story, and each individual experiences different events in their own way. Our feelings vary because difference in values. Her romantic history is also deeply intertwined with the larger narrative. Moreover, as a very young age this opera, living alone in a foreign country, it is natural for her to seek security, a sense of the belonging and stability in a romantic relationship. In such a context, betrayal would have the profound impact on her. And lastly, it seems like the culture of the country she was born in, women often seem to be taught to center their lives around the love, family, or relationship with a partner. And she faced these societal expectations as well. Back to the colors, I have one more found. As only black and white, there are many fantastic shots using shadows and lighting to frame the character, creating the mood. In conclusion, I believe that presenting this heavy story in the form of 2D animation is the best solution. Many war scenes, if filmed in real life, it would be too tragic, too bloody, and too horrifying due to the specificity captured by the camera, which is difficult to remove. The black and white bring high contrast, and I think I learned something from thinking about the plots and feminism.